There we go. We are being connected. Guys, hi, hi, hi. Welcome, everyone. First of all, if we have any people that were trying to connect to our live stream yesterday, have a bit of a technical issue there. So we're gonna fix that. But welcome aboard, everyone. We have another live trading room here with Lachlan from Samurai Day Trading. He's going to kind of enjoy showing you the markets today because he did mention that the US market is going crazy today. What was it? Credit scores, Lachlan?
So the US bond yield, the 20-year bond yield, basically they came out last night and said the 20-year bonds are not worth the paper they're written on, and that's not positive. So the market has plummeted, and we might continue that really cranky sentiment. We don't know yet. We don't know. We'll just wait and
Okay,
see.
well, guys, have fun, good luck, happy trading. Take notes, manage your risk well, and I will see you towards the end again.
Sounding like a trader, manage your risk well. Very good. So, guys and girls, welcome. Hope you are amazing. I'm Lockie. I'm going to be taking you for the session today, guys. We're running it in conjunction with TTP, which is very, very exciting. It's very, very exciting. I'm going to grab some slides for you, make sure you can see what I can see, which I do believe you can, which is awesome. Let me grab your chat function. Guys, we'll run through the slides as we do every time we present. Guys, every time we present, the reason being is we're going across multiple jurisdictions, guys, and again, some of those jurisdictions, the strictest, guys, at the moment, the strictest in the world, Australia, guys, Australia. UK is pretty strict, Singapore to a degree, guys, but then it just basically slides downhill from there. So, guys, welcome. My name is Lockie. I'm going to take you through the session today. As we're going to be talking, the subject of everything we're going to do today is how to get started as a professional trader. And this thing, guys, this thing called funding, dare I say it, has completely changed the game. For those of you who are funded traders already, this is really, really good fun. Guys, for those who are not funded, guys, if you've got any questions at all about how to get funded and stay funded, more than happy to help you through that. Guys, having gone through the process myself. So guys, welcome to the LTR. So welcome to the LTR. This is the live trading room. So we'll do our quick preparation slides, make sure we cover everything. As Arlen said, we are going to be live across, I believe, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and a couple of others. So we'll just make sure we tick all of the compliance boxes as we are required. So first and foremost, so hi everybody. MJ, how are you? Hope you're fantastic. So guys, first and foremost, we are going to be trading futures today, guys. So my primary market execution will be futures. Some people will be copy trading us using CFDs. Guys, either way, we do have to mention that both of those trading instruments involve risk. In fact, they involve two risks, guys, the risk of making money and also losing money. That's why we are focused on professional risk control. Now, our second slide here, guys and girls, we are going to be trading on margin. That means we borrow money every time we take a trade. What does that mean? It has the effect of increasing the risk significantly of both a win and also a loss. Hence, the focus will be on risk control, guys, and letting our profits run for those that are experienced enough to do that. Remy, how are you? I hope you are fantastic. Now, guys, everything we're going to be doing today is general information only. We can no longer use the past performance of a product as indication of future performance. We did have quite a good trading day yesterday, guys, even though the market was quite constrained. It took a long time yesterday for the market to take off. Today, the market has got a lot more personality, guys. We'll talk about why. But ultimately, what's occurred is that the 20-year bond auction came out. 20-year bond auction came out for the US last night, and it was very, very weak. So there's not a lot of people buying 20-year government bonds, not a lot of people that are confident with what is going on in the US. As a result, the bond yields were right off, and as a result, the S&P and NASDAQ didn't have a very good night. Now, mind you, if you're a short seller, or you were trading in the US close live trading room, guys, that's another live trading room we run. As the US close LTR this morning had an absolute blinder. So that's why we trade, obviously, European Open, US close, guys. We grab the best of both worlds. Now, with all that said, guys, there is another factor. There's another issue we do need to talk about, which is called a market risk factor. Ultimately, we are trading over the internet today. Now, as much as that is absolutely incredible, guys, there is a downside. I will be identifying where to get in and out of the market, guys, as per the trading strategies and indicators that we use at Samurai. The key point, guys and girls, with everything we do at Samurai is that, again, I'll do my best to call you in and out of the trades as per the strategy. At the end of the day, we do have a variable called the internet that can actually screw us around a little bit. So we'll do our best. Now, guys, who am I? I'm the lead educator at Samurai Day Trading, guys. Now, interesting point about that is I also wrote all of the trading strategies, the algorithms, the mathematics, everything behind what we do today. What does it ultimately mean? If there are any questions at all about, why we do what we do, I was more than happy to help you out with answers. Just give me 1 second. Now, guys, I'm a futures trader. What does it mean? I've trained now more than 2,500 traders in 22 countries. As we will today, guys, last weekend we were running this session. We actually had people from 14 different countries in our session last week. Guys, that's not including YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, or LinkedIn. So we are slowly but surely, guys, becoming a bit of a global force, which I do think is exciting. Now, guys, I'll talk about futures and Forex in a second because I used to be a Forex trader, guys. I actually switched to futures trading. I was in 2007, on the 1st of August 2007, when I found out there was a very, very large difference between the design of the Forex market and the design of the futures market. So I'll talk about that as required. I did spend 15 years, guys, overseas with the Australian Army. Had a really, really, really good time, guys. It was incredible. The only reason I got out, guys, dare I say it, is pay. So for anybody that has been in the military or the AMBOs, we've got a couple of ambulance paramedics with us this afternoon. Guys, the reason that most people get out of the Army, Navy, Air Force, ambulance, police, and similar things is simply the pay. So I can tell you my number one motivation for being a day trader is money. Full stop. I really enjoy, guys, what trading does for us. And as a result, I'm a massive fan, as you can probably guess, of trading. Now, guys, a little bit of history, because I always get asked the question, guys and girls, Lockie, why are you a futures trader? So very, very brief history if you can. Guys, I was a Forex CFD trader until 1st of August 2007. Guys, when I discovered futures trading, ultimately, guys, what's the difference? Guys, futures traders, we trade to a regulated futures exchange like the CME, that's the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. Guys, there are no OTC brokers in the futures trading model. So there are no Forex brokers or CFD brokers or binary options brokers, blah. So what does it ultimately mean? The futures traders, guys, are the only people in the world that have access to the futures exchange. Full stop, end of story. That's it, boom, we are futures traders. Guys, ultimately, there's no one in between us and the exchange, so there's no one to interfere with what we see on our screens. Now, guys, Forex and CFDs, not to be rude, but they are the exact opposite. Guys, so a Forex or a CFD broker is an OTC or over-the-counter broker. Basically, that means they invented the market. They created the market for you to have a trade. Many of you may not be aware that CFD and Forex brokers used to be called market makers. So literally they manufacture the market and then they invite you to come and have a trade. Now, the problem with that, guys, is they control every aspect of the market. They control the price, the volume, the liquidity, everything. They can make the market move up or down whenever they choose. Why is this a problem, guys? This is a problem because if the broker chooses to trade against you, then you've got a broker that is financially incentivized to make you have a negative trade. Now, some people go, Lockie, that can't possibly be occurring in the world. Whew, it's been occurring, guys, since I found out about it in 2007 and a long time before that. So I wrote a book on it, guys, called Brokers Exposed. It's available for a free download from the Samurai Day Trading website, guys. If you want to go and do a bit of a fact check on futures versus Forex versus CFDs, guys, jump on that book. It's probably about a 90-minute to 2-hour read. The feedback I've got on the book has been absolutely brilliant. For those that are trading Forex at the moment, just be aware you can trade every currency pair in the world that is worth trading using a futures contract. That means there is no point using a Forex broker ever again. Mind you, guys, the Forex brokers probably don't want us having this conversation. Just so you know. All right, now moving on, guys, moving on. Again, guys, if you want to check out some of the videos, there I actually explain this concept called red house versus greenhouse, guys. It is on the Samurai Day Trading YouTube. Guys, Instagram, it's also explained there as well. So our Instagram at the moment is i.love.trading because literally, guys, as you probably pick, i.love.trading. Now, guys, a quick update if I can. Guys, we've got 11 of the 12 spots for the Bali Platinum 2nd and 9 November 2025. Guys, we've got 11 of the 12 spots at this stage are to be taken. We've got one gentleman who's confirming that, guys, by the end of the month. Suffice to say, we've got one spot left to physically attend the program. Guys, once that one spot is taken, we'll then be opening up the online program. So if you are interested, guys, either to physically attend Bali or you want to actually attend online from wherever you are in the world, guys. It's a 5-day program, 2 to 9 November. In fact, it's a 6-day program, but the online is you guys are doing 5 days. Guys, please get in contact with Samurai via the website and say, hey, can I find out more about the advanced program in Bali? Okay, now, guys, we're going to be following the mantra of what we used to do, guys, in 2007 when I discovered this thing called futures trading. Guys, we're going to let the market do the heavy lifting. What does it ultimately mean? As the market is going to generate every signal for us. It's going to tell us when to get in, when to get out, where to put our target, where to put our stop loss, and guys, potentially when to run for a longer range target. I will be following, guys, the 4 principles that are highlighted in red over there on the left-hand side with the wows beside them. Guys, because ultimately that is the very foundation of everything that I've done, guys, from the start of my trading career. Basically, what to expect, guys, the European Open, our volume at the moment is sitting at just over 50,000. So we're probably looking at around about 12 trades in our session today. Now, what I will be doing is if there is an opportunity to go for a longer range target, I'll be picking it. Otherwise, my recommendation, guys, is to go to short range targets, make the money, hit your daily KPI, and then run away. If we do get a long range target today, guys, at this stage, I'd suggest the longer range target will be short, followed by long. But again, it's open. It's ultimately up to Europe as to what they want to do. I've just received all the trade alerts, guys, on my phone, and it looks like the indexes are going to want to go up because the currencies look like they want to go down. Now, guys, difference between the European Open and the US Close. US Close picks up more trades. It moves a lot faster, but they get to focus on only 2 markets. Guys, and again, based on what I saw out of the US Close this morning, guys, the traders in the US Close had an absolute blast. Guys, it was, yeah, really, really brilliant. Yes, Cole, lots of news today. So, guys, why do we ultimately use an LTR? Again, guys, having been around this space for a little while, the best traders in the world are those that are supported when they're learning. So what we'll be doing is focusing on profit first. Guys, I will answer questions in the last 15 minutes of the hour. The strategies we're running, guys, do run at over 90% strike rate. There's no reason why we're going to be under that today. So we're going to be looking for dual market confirmation. Which means if you are a NASDAQ trader, you're going to be looking for the S&P to agree with what you're doing. And if you are an FDAX trader, you're going to be looking for guidance from the FESX, which is, guys, the biggest market in the world at this time of the day. All right, the biggest market in the world. Now, guys, I've been here and done a little bit of homework for you. There is no question about that. We're going to, in fact, let me turn the camera off, guys. I'm just going to jump on the camera because it does cover up some of the charts. All right, so let me get rid of that. I'll move that across to a different screen. Perfect. We're going to start down here on the FESX. So we'll start with the biggest market in the world at this point in time, volume-wise. Now, the reason we're going to start down here, guys, a couple of little danger zones. First and foremost, guys, Europe was failing at very, very obvious levels. Now, what I want to draw your attention to is Europe is failing, or the FESX is failing at the 133% fib extension off the daily chart. That's naturally colored blue, guys. For us, it's Samurai Day Trading. Now, what does that mean? It means that when these guys get a wriggle on, they're going to go down to the 100% extension. Okay, now let me just grab this arrow. It doesn't want to play the game. Guys, they're going to come all the way down here to this 100% extension. Now, note, interesting point, that the FESX, guys, mathematically must close the gap. Can everybody see this gap in price here? They must close the gap. That means dropping through the 100% weekly extension, going down to the daily. Mind you, the moment they go there, guess what? They're going to close the gap. What it ultimately means is very, very soon, probably in the next week or so, we're going to get some very, very bad geopolitical news out of Europe, which the traders are going to use as an excuse to drop the market down a significant amount, probably 4 or 5% drop in the market. Now, guys, we know that is coming. Okay, what is also coming on the daily chart? we've got 3 phases of buying movement up the top here, right? So since we jumped the market and ran, we've got 3 very clear buying phases. Normally, the European markets will buy for 3 phases and then fall away. So everything looks like it's gearing up for long range shorts, but we won't know that, guys, until the European market opens today. Now, we do have some high impact European news today. So that might be something that I don't think the news today will be negative, guys, but if it is negative, we've just got to be careful. It might send the market down. Now, the 4-hour chart, guys, always a danger for this particular session. The reason being is we've got a little 2-rated candle here, guys. That is a 4-hour long, and whenever we pick up a 4-hour long, normally all of the markets in this session, S&P, NASDAQ, and the FDAX, all go long regardless of what they're telling us on the lower charts. So it does mean, guys, at this point in time, we can probably expect the markets to go long first, potentially fail, turn around and come back the other way. Now, this is where the OSR will come into play, guys, on the FDAX in particular. Guys, so about 15 minutes into the actual trading session, we'll be able to determine the OSR, and from there, we'll be able to navigate, ideally very, very carefully. As Cody did an incredible job yesterday of using the OSR. Guys, I note that when the FDAX finally decided on its direction, which was to buy, all of the US markets yesterday got dragged with the Europeans. So we've just got to keep an eye on what the Europeans are doing today. Guys, very, very strong 60-minute long, followed by a weaker 60-minute long. So at this point in time, as traditionally the European markets will buy for the next 3 hours. Now, that doesn't mean they're not going to sell first before buying. We've just got to be really, really careful of this news that's coming out. Okay, no information here that is worth having a look at. Nothing there at this point in time. So it brings me back down to the 5-minute chart. Well, because what we've actually got on the 5-minute FESX chart, I've marked up for you here. Again, be super careful of the 4-hour long. So for the FDAX traders, if you're going to be reversing today, guys, you must have Fibonacci extension and pivot agreement, please. We'll work on that as we need to. Guys, note that we're seesawing on the FESX here. We've got a daily short at the price point of 5426 to point the market down, and we've got a daily long just above it. So these guys basically don't know what they're doing on the daily chart. It means we're going to have to wait for this news to come out. There will be people, guys, gambling on both sides of the market as to what the news is. As professional traders, we are not gamblers, guys. So therefore, we're just going to keep a very close eye on what these guys are doing. Guys, because we are in a 4-hour long, I will draw my Fibonacci up the other way. Guys, the reason being, just for those that are not aware, guys, the European markets love a 4-hour 50 fib. Right? Absolutely love it. So I'm going to be switching the FDAX around as well. Guys, now, please be aware, guys, we've got high impact French news 15 minutes into the session. We've got high impact German news 30 minutes into the session. We've got high impact, guys, US news at 9:30 p.m. tonight. So for those that do trade the US pre-market, just watch out for that high impact news. Now, as I just suggested, guys, I'm going to turn that green Fibonacci around the other way. So the green Fibonacci is the 4-hour fib. I'm going to draw it back down the other way because the FDAX is absolutely famous for retracing to a 4-hour Fibonacci, which is going to look like this. The 4-hour 50 being one of the primary targets. Having done this session since 2009, the FESX loves to push up to that 4-hour Fibonacci before then coming back the other way. Stunning long, guys, absolutely stunning long. Can everybody see that -23 rating on that little candle there? So for those who've been with Samurai for a while, you know that it goes a -2 or -3 is incredibly strong. A -23 is look out. Like, this is incredible. And that's why basically, guys, we've gapped and then we've just started running because that signal is such a strong buy signal. There's no doubt about that. We've got that covered. What we will need to do, guys, is again, we're going to add a 60-minute Fibonacci in place because these guys will either run down to a gap 76 or up to a normal 76. So again, it looks like they might buy first before selling. Okay, so we'll just see. They'll tell us what they want to do. Okay, we may be running a dominant candle extension here. So I'm just going to run it on for you there. There's our dominant candle, guys, as per the dominant candle algorithm. And hey presto, look where they're failing, the 133, 140, 1.4 combination. Fancy that. So as we may be looking at a 133 fib extension reversal on open, as if that's what you trade, we'll just get ready for the open to come through. Please don't short now. Guys, please don't short now. Just wait for the open. You'll generally end up with a far higher success rate. We do have a daily short on FDAX to the downside, guys. If you are going to be trading the FDAX today, please watch 24,000. It's a very, very round number, so I'm going to put that a little bit more obvious. And we are, guys, as we said earlier, we're in a super strong 60-minute long, like really, really strong 60-minute long. And that looks like it's starting to take shape already, which is good fun. Look at that failure at this Fibonacci. Wow, wow, wow. Fancy that. They're failing where they failed yesterday. Now, guys, down to the S&P 500. Something I want you to be acutely aware of. Acutely aware of, please. Dominant daily candle with a 2 strength rating, guys. That means we've probably got significantly more selling coming. It'll probably be triggered by news, guys. Probably triggered by news. Now, that being said, what normally happens, guys, this candle is out of context with the rest of the market. What does it ultimately mean? The buyers are highly likely to buy back against this strong daily candle, fail at a daily Fibonacci before giving us a really, really lovely sell down. At this point in time, guys, looks like they're getting caught at the daily 23. Normally they go to the 38. Guys, if they get caught here, it means we're looking at a large sell down, because if the buyers can't even get to the 38 fib, guys, the sellers are basically massing over the top, which is good fun. Okay, now 4-hour chart. Guys, we've got to be very, very careful, guys. I put this sign on for you about an hour ago. Guys, basically, if we get a higher high on the 240-minute chart, which is what you're looking at right there, otherwise called the 4-hour chart, if we get a higher high there, guys, and it cannot hold, please watch out for a swing trigger short. Guys, a swing trigger short on the 4-hour chart. The Fibonacci extensions on the 4-hour chart are enormous. Now, what's going to stand in the way of that? We're in a 4th phase of selling on the S&P 500, guys, which means they're probably going to go up first before they go down. All right, let me just do a quick comparison before we get to the NASDAQ. Yeah, 4th phase. Okay, 4th phase of selling, which means we're probably going to go up first. It's 209.50. 209.50 is going to be a very, very, very important point. A very, very important point. All right, so here we are. All right, so let me just put the line on the screen. These guys, okay, so that is... Okay. So guys, put a comment. Guys, now I write all over my screens. You probably realize I write all over my screens for a reason. Simply because there's a lot going on in the world of moderating. I'll grab some mics in a sec. Guys, super strong 4-hour break point. All right, now interesting, guys. I've termed it a break point because if the buyers can't break to the high side and hold, the sellers are going to absolutely drill them. Right, absolutely drill them. Let me just check this one. Dearie me. All right, so we're 4 phases short on the 4-hour chart, 3 phases long on the 60. That says we're going to go up first before we go down. Basically is what it meant. You can't, because you can't, if I get that wrong, if they do decide to do that way around, we're just basically NQ chart. Steve Hilly, look, can you put an up scrunch 60-minute NQ chart? Absolutely. Guys, now again, if I scrunch this up, okay, which is an awesome little thing to do, there will be buyers, guys. There'll be buyers mucking around over here. Okay, so what we can do is we can do a 4-hour chart. We'll move that up the screen. We'll pick this climactic lower low over here, guys. And what we can do is we can draw our Fibonacci up, guys, to catch them on the way down. All right. So note that the selling that has just occurred. Correct. Okay, wait, I will. Can everybody see that these guys are sold down to the 4-hour 76s? So what we're going to do is we're going to color code them green. Okay, we're going to color code them green. Whoops. Okay, so we'll put them green ultimately because as these guys have sold down to what's referred to as the evil twins. We've got to be very, very aware that if the NASDAQ was to sell down to this, sorry, S&P was to sell down to this level again and fail, guys, we're going to end up with a second tier reversal, which will go the other way for around about 4 hours. Okay, sorry, 4 hours. It'll go for at least 12 hours to the high side. Now, time-wise, guys, 3 minutes until the gun goes. Let me grab some microphones, please, because there's some very, very talented traders in with us today. So let me just grab a couple of those traders, guys. If they see me doing something a little bit free range, they'll jump on me pretty quickly. Normally, I don't do that, guys. So again, we are very, very well known, guys. So Andy, Cody, you're good to go if you need to. I'm just looking at. We don't have Damsey yet, guys. So Damsey will be here any second. Again, guys, we just follow the same routine every day, guys. We are very, very boring at what we do. But as a result of being very boring, guys, we are also incredibly consistent and we just don't invent stuff on the run, guys. We've been doing what we do today, as we've been doing it for a long time. All right, so for the Nazi traders, what we want to be aware of, you guys have got a super strong 4-hour break point. So if the buyers, now how do we know they're going to break, guys? The buyers are going to push up and then they're going to hold over that black line. They're not going to push through and then get spanked. All right, so it'll be very, very obvious if they can hold that line. Again, guys, if we do buy first and then come back down, normally they wait for the European Open, but this pink Fibonacci, this 76.4 Fib, guys, that's off the weekly chart, happens to also be a very, very strong daily short point. Okay, very strong daily short. On the 60-minute chart, let me just double check. 1, 2, 3. We're 3 phases to the high side. Guys, so that would normally indicate that we're going to sell down first, then buy. But of course, they can do whatever they would like to do. Guys, what it means is we basically look at the FDAX. Guys, for guidance in the FESX, I do want to highlight to everybody today, guys, if you're wanting to trade at a very, very high success rate, look for a matching signal on the NASDAQ and the S&P 500 concurrently. It'll be the S&P 500 that moves your NASDAQ trade ultimately to long-range profit. Now, for our FDAX traders, as you'll note that the 133 Fib extension we put on here is absolutely brilliant. If you are going to trade a 133 Fib extension reversal, guys, we would need the opening candle to push up well above the 133 in a perfect world. Guys, in a perfect world, the FDAX is going to go to the 161.8 extension. We do want the opening candle to go climactic for those that are looking for an early reversal on the FDAX. There is a signal just underneath this little red candle here. We would need the buyers to push up first and then come back down. So there's a lot of sort of preempting on this market that they're going to go up and then fail to the high side. For those that are looking for a long range target, guys, on the FDAX to the downside, guys, we were playing this game last time. So we're looking for a sell down to 0.28, all right, for the experienced FDAX traders. So we'll just let the market open. Guys, let it do what it normally does. This opening candle is not climactic yet, guys. So we're just going to wait for these guys to blow their volume up. There is a short, guys, on the FDAX at 0.54 if you trade early on the opening candle at 0.54. If you are going to go short, guys, at 0.54, your first target is 0.49. 0.49. For those people that wait for the candle to go climactic, guys, you want them to push well beyond the pre-market box. So well beyond the pre-market box before we're looking for a short to the downside. So well beyond that, guys, before we look for a short. Some of you may have traded the static bar reversal. Guys, if you have, you'll be looking at getting to your risk control point relatively quickly. All right, so relatively quickly at this stage. All right, let's just see what these FDAXs have got for us. Okay, now what we're looking for, guys and girls, at this stage for the NASDAQ, no new signals, guys, no new signals on the open of the market at this point in time. So no new signals on the open of the market. I'm just looking at what the FDAX is getting up to in the background here. Guys, we're going to be putting... Okay, this one. Okay, so the pre-market box traders at this point in time, let's just be really careful with the FDAX, guys, until we know what it's absolutely doing. It looks like it's starting to set up pre-market box reversals. Okay, it looks like it's setting up a pre-market box reversal. At this stage, guys, to be careful on the pre-market box, you'd be looking for a 0.65 entry with a 0.60. So a 0.65 for a 0.60 risk control and first target. Guys, if you don't trade the opening candle, please don't let me romance you into taking a trade. Right? So please don't let me do that. Now, again, the FDAX, guys, if we do get this opening candle failing, guys, if we do fail to move the market, relatively quickly to the high side, we might see a move down to that longer range target. As we may see that occur, that's a very heavy rejection, guys, of the buyers by the sellers. So if you are looking, guys, for a longer range FDAX target, guys, we're looking to push it down around about the 0.30 mark, around about 0.30. And there'll be a million, guys, there'll be a million iterations in between. So let's just see what these guys do. FDAX is famous for moving through to that 50 fib on the 4-hour chart. Ideally, if we're going to go short, we don't really want them above this 50 fib. NASDAQ looks like it might be failing. Guys, it looks like it might be failing. Okay, FDAX is pushing through quite nicely. So we're in the last 90 seconds, guys. So no new trades, please. So no new trades on the
5-minute 133 extensions there, Lock, where it's climactic at now.
Okay, thank you. All right, let me just move my fibs around, guys. Make sure that we are all running off the same sheet of music. Thank you, mate. I appreciate that. So they might be running that Fibonacci there. That actually looks really good. So at this stage, guys, we're going to wait for the opening candle to burn out. The NASDAQ and S&P 500 traders, you've clearly got climactic reversals that are going on the NASDAQ. Guys, now, if you trade a red V2 Delta short on NASDAQ, there's a short setting up, guys, at 202. Just wait for this candle to do what it does. Guys, just wait for this candle to do what it does. And ideally, we are looking for the FDAX. We're looking for the FDAX to basically give us guidance on what it's going to do, and then we will ultimately, be able to pick up, guys, the potential for a reversal if they decide they want to reverse the market. Guys, these guys look very boisterous to the high side. Wow. Okay, very boisterous. Okay, so. Again, for those that don't trade the opening candle, guys, at this point in time, we can't go short. So we can't go short on the FDAX because we've closed outside the range of the, what's called the range of the box. Right? So we can't go short on the FDAX. At this point in time, what we're looking for is the FESX to sort out its direction, and then we're looking for a trade. Again, if we get beyond the 50 fib on the 4-hour chart, which we have, guys, the FDAX may try and sell back down and test this, but at this point in time, no new signals on the FDAX. Okay, unless you are a 133 fib extension reversal trader, I'd suggest we're going to be a little bit careful, guys, about probably get back inside the box on this one before we look for a long range short on the FDAX. Would probably be a little bit smarter. Now, for the NASDAQ traders, guys, I've literally gone outside my Fibonacci range. Okay, so let me just have a quick look at what these guys may be doing. So this is the 4-hour chart trades we were talking about before on both S&P 500 and NASDAQ. As typically they would move through to a Fibonacci, right? But before failing, okay, before failing. All right, let's just see what these guys are doing. So FDAX at this stage is not stopping. Right, so
I
that's
got
all right. We'll
NASDAQ
just
at
wait.
a daily or weekly 78.
Okay,
It's
mate.
probably easier to
Thank
see on the
you.
weekly chart.
Got it. I'll jump on that, guys. I'll jump on that in a second. Cody, I appreciate that. Now, for the Nazi traders in particular, we're just trying to get a structure behind what Fibonacci they may be using. And you might find the NASDAQ is actually using an S&P 500 fib. And if that's the case, we've just got to be a little bit careful that we don't end up with effectively charts in conflict. Right, that's what we've ultimately got to be a little bit careful about. Let me have a look. All right, it may be, guys, now Fibonacci can quite often be a little bit of a loose game until we know what they're up to. It could be this Fibonacci here. Guys, now if that is the case, then we might be looking for, if that is the case, guys and girls, we may be looking for a failure on the S&P 500. So it could be looking for a failure on the S&P 500 and then a confirmation of that failure on the NASDAQ. All right, so at this stage, we're just pausing, guys, on both American markets to work out what Europe is doing. As Europe looks like these buyers are losing control of the market, but it's very, very early days. The 133 Fibonacci extension trade, guys, is an entry at 78. I would let, guys, this candle close, confirm a static bar reversal before I would look to take that trade. Just got to be very, very careful that the FDAX is not super angry and decides to try and get even with the US traders. That static bar, that Delta V2, guys, you've got a red diamond Delta there on the NASDAQ. As if you are a Delta trader, that short is due at 214 for a 20 tick target only. All right, so 214 for a 20 tick target and risk control point. For those that are being conservative, you're going to wait for this candle to close because we are in the last 90 seconds of the candle. Some of you may have entered already, and if you have, that is fine. Just promise me, guys and girls, please, that if you're going to go short on the Delta, you're looking for a 20 tick first target and risk control point. If this is the turning point on Europe, we might find that the market actually moves down quite aggressively. All right, so if you are, guys, if you are short on the NASDAQ, I'll show you your 20 tick box. All right, so there's your 20 tick first target and risk control point. Until we know what these guys are doing, again, if you are shorting, guys, even if you're under that 133 extension on FDAX, just be super aware that the markets have all got to confirm their turning point simultaneously, and that's when we're likely to get a bit of a sell down. All right, now for the FDAX traders, Cody's Fibonacci, guys, absolutely brilliant. Some of you may have gone short under the 133 if that's your trading plan. If so, that is starting to move in the right direction, is already through the first target. As if we do get back inside the pre-market box on the FDAX, which we have not, we would be looking for a new short trade. As at this point in time, we're not looking for a new short trade. All we're doing is managing those that are short under the 133 extension. We would be managing your trade. I was just locking in a little bit more profit. I was literally just locking in a bit more profit. So if we do get a bit of a move to the downside, we can take advantage of that. Now, NASDAQ traders, if you are short, guys, on the Delta V2, you've already gone at least 45 ticks to the downside. S&P 500, we've basically got weak static bar reversal short, guys, on all markets simultaneously. Again, what does it mean? I'm going to draw a Fibonacci up on the NASDAQ to catch the sellers on the way down. So I draw a Fibonacci up to catch them on the way down. The first problem for the NASDAQ sellers is this 76 fib. That's the first problem. If we get through that, guys, this is going to turn into a long range short. So it will turn into a long range short trade, which is always good fun. Now, guys, I'm short on the FDAX. I just want to be super transparent with everybody, guys. So I'm currently sitting at 338 US dollars live executed on the trades I've called in the LTR. Guys, the reason I show that to you is because I'm doing my best to trade while at the same time calling signals for you, right? So as the moment I get up around 500 US dollars, currently at 338. As the moment I get up to 500 US dollars, then I'll be stoked. That'll be my lower KPI done for the day. All right. Now, for those that are short, Remy, beautiful trade. For those that are short, you might have gone short on the NASDAQ on the Delta V2 or the static bar reversal short. As please note that the 76 fibs is where you guys are highly likely to run out of steam. If you've gone on the Delta, it's a plus 50 tick trade. All right. It's a plus 50 tick trade. You might have spotted the static bar reversal and then hit this V2 delta. If you've gone short on the V2 delta, guys, 20 tick target and risk control point, please. For those that don't know, go codes.
Lockie, NQ failed at a daily 133, almost to the tick on the previous candle. And it also failed at the weekly 78.6. So that's why it's turned so hard.
A daily short or long?
So daily 133 extension. It failed.
Okay, got it. I know exactly what they're doing. Right, good.
And then a weekly 78.
Okay, I reckon, guys, that's why we've got people like Cody in the background. So let me just double check. Okay, perfect. It makes it a lot easier, guys, when you've got a couple of sets of eyes on the screen. What is really exciting was everybody's trading exactly the same thing at exactly the same time. No, my Fibonacci's off. I'll fix that. I'll fix that in a second. All right, let me fix that in a sec. Codes, can you give me an idea of where your stair step is? That would be amazing. That would be amazing on the daily chart. You might have gone one lower than I have. All right, let me go here, here. Let's go this one.
I'll send you a photo on WhatsApp quickly.
Yes, please. WhatsApp, the secret source of professional trading. Absolutely. So well done, everybody. Well done. I'm just waiting for that screenshot to come in. Oh, there it is. Perfect. So for those that have been able to go short, guys, if you did go short on the FDAX for the 133, absolutely brilliant, guys. We're going to wait for a second tier reversal, I'd suggest, in order to pick up a longer range short on the FDAX. Yeah, gotcha. Okay, that's the Fibonacci I had on yesterday. So I'll show you the correct Fibonacci, guys, for the NASDAQ. It appears it's honoring this one really, really, really well. Guys, if we go all the way down the bottom of the jar, this is literally the Fibonacci that Cody believes they're using today, which is brilliant. So if you are short, guys, if you are short on any market anywhere, then all you're doing at this point in time, guys, is locking in more and more and more profit, guys, until we work out what the Europeans are doing. At this stage, I would suggest they're going to sell, guys, and they're probably going to sell pretty hard. Do I have Dion? Is Dion short? Let me just, oh yeah, well done, mate. Perfect Fibonacci. As you know you're on the money with Fibonacci. Okay, so Cody's picked up the 133 daily Fibonacci extension failure to the tick. So for those that are short, guys, for those that are short on NASDAQ, do I have anybody short for long range targets, please? Anyone short for long range targets? Guys, if we get much beyond, yes, perfect. Elizabeth, how are you? I hope you're amazing. Elizabeth in Melbourne, hope you're amazing. We have closed, guys, sellers own the stair step on FDAX. So at this point in time, guys, we want, in fact, here's your long range short target, guys, just here sitting at 028. So anybody who is short on the FDAX under the 133, guys, that was our 028, our long range target. that looks to be an 80 down to call it 30. That's a 50-point trade. Right? So around about 50, what's 50 times 40? 2,000 Aussie dollars. Guys, if you've managed to go short up the top here and hold it for 50 points, that's a huge trade. Now, again, guys, what we're dealing with at this stage for the NASDAQ traders, if they get much beyond this current Fibonacci, guys, if they get much beyond this, then we're going to have to extend our Fibonacci down. Guys, I'm going to put that on for you. We'll color it purple, guys, so we can tell the difference between the two. And ideally for the long-range short traders, on the NASDAQ and S&P 500, you guys have got both static bar reversal short after climactic green candles. Okay, so for anybody that is short, we need these guys to sell down on the NASDAQ and break through this point just here. As at this stage, we're not going to go long on the NASDAQ because the buyers own the stair step. Right, so we're not going to go long against this failure until the failure is confirmed. Right, so if the sellers do sell down on the NASDAQ and they get below that exact point right there, guys, that -6 rated candle, if they were to sell below that and then they can't hold below it, then we would bring our short stops right down on top of the candle and make sure we're knocking ourselves out. Okay, really, really quick. FDAX, pretty confident, guys. We're going to move down to 0 to 8. So if you are short, guys, you want to be staying short. And I don't want to send you long, guys, off the previous pivot back into the 50 fib, right? So we're not going to do that today. And at this stage, so as I said, guys, I'm only 338 US into profit at this point in time. So not at my KPIs yet. I got ATM'd on my 133 fib extension trade, if you're trying to work out where that came from. As that was that 133 extension trade. Once we cruised up here, touched the 161.8, I then shorted underneath the 133. And obviously I got ATM'd, but I got ATM'd with some nice profit. So I'm okay with that. Liz, stopped out on your trailing stop. Nothing wrong with that at all. Now, this is what the NASDAQ traders are going to keep a very close eye on, please. If we can get under that point, if we can get under this point and we hold under that point, then these guys are going to try and sell down to the 76 fibs down here, or the evil twins. You can see them hiding right there in purple. Ideally, guys, if these guys can hold the shorts, right? If these guys can hold the shorts, they're probably going to go for the 50 of the day. We do have a higher high on the 4-hour chart, guys. This could roll into a 4-hour swing trigger short. And if it does, guys, we'll be shorting all night. It'll be all about the shorts. Have I got anyone that's still short on NASDAQ? Right, guys, you could have been short on that delta, short on the static bar reversal, or short on these deltas here. If you are short, guys, please try and hold it for the longest range target you can. Right, now, that's a lot easier if you've got multiple targets. Right, so literally a 20-tick target, a 50-tick target, 100-tick target, 200-tick target, something along those lines. FDAX, you've literally just cruised down and hit your long range short target at 0 to 8 to the tick. Right, so big, well done, guys. If you were short on the FDAX from the top of the jar, guys, that 133 fib, that is also, guys, that is also a reversal signal. Oh, sorry, I've just missed that 2-rated sell candle there. That's also a sell signal short. So some of you may have gone short. As if you did, it's through the previous pivot, but we're going for longer range targets. Suzanne, the FDAX is really simple to trade. If you've been trading it for a long time, if you haven't, it kind of romances you into misbehaving. But that's all right. Just be careful. The FDAX can misbehave you into, or can romance you into misbehaving. So Nazi, guys, this is ultimately where these guys, if for the long range selling traders, you guys look like you've got to be at least 100 ticks into profit now, probably more than that. If we sell down, guys, if we sell down through these 76s, turn around, create a lower low, then come back, it is going to provide a long trade for us. At this stage, we're not going long back into the middle of the trend indicator. That is normally not a very smart hobby, so we're not going to do that. Some of you guys, like Remy, for example, you just wait for the hit of the hit of these fibs and go long over the top of the 76.8. If you have done that, guys, if you have done that, it's obviously gone well over 50 ticks already. So if that is your trading style, massive well done. Okay, if that is your trading style, massive well done. For the junior traders, I was looking for a lower low, and then I wanted to send you long. As it turns out, they've run without us. Okay, so that's all right. That's all right. We'll just deal with it as we need to deal with it. Now the little FDAX here, guys, again, if we got anywhere near the open or pulled down through the open, I was looking for a pivot-based reversal long. They've basically come down to our long-range target. Guys started caressing the long-range target, guaranteed it was paid, and then turned around and got back the other way. Now, guys, last Thursday, exactly the same thing occurred where we set a long-range target. I said, you might as well trade all the way down to the long-range target. And once it touches long-range target, just hit the reverse button and go back the other way. Now, not that I'm encouraging you guys to do that as beginner traders, but they've done exactly what they did last Thursday. They've done exactly the same thing for us again today. Nice. Now, I know that's very boring in the game of trading, guys, where everyone's trying to sell you the sexy new toy. We don't do that because we've got no sexy new toys. These toys are around 15 years old. So nothing sexy on you, guys. It's just the same thing every day. Very boring, highly profitable. Very boring, highly profitable. Now, at this stage, beginner traders, I'm looking for a sell down underneath these 76s. They've got to go well below and get rejected. Notice I need agreement from the S&P 500 as well. I think, guys, I think the best trade for the day for both the NASI and S&P traders is actually going to be a dual market 50% Fibonacci. I do think that's going to be the better trade. We do have high impact German news coming through in about 8 minutes. So we would ideally want both of these markets to sell down, give us the lower low and give us the 76 fib reversal long. We want that to occur in this candle as opposed to the other ones. Remy, look, it's very boring, mate. It's very boring and it does work. Now, speaking of does work, sorry, while I was mucking around on the FDAX, that is a 4-point turning bar short. Sorry, my wife is ducking down. The camera's not on, sweetheart. So, if she's ducking down and walking around, the camera's not on. So, guys, we talk about dual market signals. All right, so you've got a 1-rated sell candle here. So that is a 4-point turning bar short on the NASDAQ. Guys, you've got a similar 1-rated candle on the S&P. Now, I know this is incredibly boring, guys, but if you get a dual market signal on NASDAQ and S&P 500 simultaneously, guys, it's very, very easy to get paid on the NASDAQ or stay short on the NASDAQ. All right, for those that wait for the opening candle to burn out, wait for the buyers to push up. If you picked up that V2 Delta short, guys, you're basically on the right side of the market. It looks like by more than 100 ticks. Let me just have a look. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 150. Okay. So if you're looking at that going, well, Lockie, how do I pull that apart? It's a climactic reversal on the NASDAQ. We've obviously run into Fibonacci, which Cody picked up. Guys, how do you pull it apart? Go for a 20-tick target, cut your risk off. You've got a 50 and 100-tick target below it, or you go for 20s and 100s and just see if you can pick up that 100-tick move. Sheldon, well done. You traded off the previous pivot. Fantastic. So 32 seconds to go, guys, 32 seconds to go. At this point in time, the FDAX is going to pick up a 4-point turning bar long. So the FDAX traders will be picking up a long. I need the FESX to close over the 50 fib of the day, guys, or on the FDAX, we can't go long, right? So let's just watch. We're going to start to get selective. FDAX volume has dropped under 200 because of the pending German news. So let them close, and we can't go long on FDAX. So Europe, guys, is now parked. All right, so again, some of you have... Just judging by some of what you've done. Some of you guys have shorted off the 133. Okay, that's awesome. Some of you guys have grabbed these Delta V2s. Okay, which again, depending on your trading plan, guys, absolutely brilliant. Some of you traded down to the long range target. Hopefully you did, guys. Hopefully you did, because just like last Thursday, okay, it's gone straight to the long range target. right? So no surprises at all. For the Nasdaq, guys, we waited for the opening candle. Obviously, huge climactic candle. Can everybody, and you're probably looking at it going, well, Lockie, why did they reverse? Can everybody see that mustard green candle is completely out of context with the other candles? So it's an incredibly large candle. Buyers used way too much volume. So for those that waited for the failure and joined the sell, you're doing really, really well. Now, at this stage, guys, we're looking for both American markets to agree with us before we get another trade, right? Both must agree with each other, particularly heading into this German news. We don't know what the German news is going to be. Now, the FDAX has got no new trades anyway, which is exciting. Guys, we'll probably just wait for the German news to come through because of all of the news announcements for the German-based traders, this is the one that's going to rock the boat. All right, so just be a little bit careful. All right, just be a little bit careful on this one. Now, in terms of, we're going to be 30 minutes in, which is obviously when the news is. So just a quick look at the 30-minute charts. Long range shorts. So long range shorts. We thought they were going to buy first before sell. Well, guess what? Guys, buy first before sell. If we can get a valid sell signal, guys, if we get a valid sell signal on the FDAX, we want to be short and we want to stay short. There is another, guys, there is another long range target for the Dions of the world, guys, down here. Guys, now that would literally be an enormous trade. Now we are obviously on high impact news coming through, so we'll just let these guys bop along, do what they need to do. Guys, if we didn't have the high impact news, we'd be going long, guys, over the top of the open. I'd just be a little bit careful. Guys, the reason being is FESX is back into the 50 of the day, right? So we don't want to long the FDAX if the FESX is effectively into a brick wall. Now, do I have agreement from these guys? I don't have a lower low on the S&P. I do have a lower low on the NASDAQ. All right, so how are we going to pull this apart, guys? How are we going to pull this apart? I would love to see the sellers push down, guys. I'd love to see the sellers push down on the NASDAQ. It would be incredible if both US markets tried to push down through the 50 fib of the day. All right, now the S&P 500 traders, if we sell below this tiny little static bar reversal down here, so if we were to sell down, spike through the 50 fib, start to burn our volume, you guys are going to pick up a long, guys, it's 63.75, right? 63.75. For the NASDAQ traders, again, if we sell down, oh, this is looking so strong to the downside, FDAX. If we do sell down on NASDAQ, if we do sell down on NASDAQ, we've got a bank of reversals here. The best reversal is the one with the best drop-in ratio, guys. So around about 169. So again, we're now looking for the German news. Do I have anybody short, guys, from the top of the range on FDAX? Is anybody still short? Because if you are, this is looking very, very seller-centric. Right? So what's the bet? We've got a higher high on the 4-hour chart. Hello. Hey, presto. These guys are looking like they're going to tumble. Right? So for the FDAX traders, we need a valid short, which is inside your risk profile. Naturally, the first port of call will be to close the gap. There is a long-range target all the way down here. If we are still short, well done, Cole. If we are still short on FDAX, we want to try and push it all the way down here. Now, that's a monster trade. Right? That's a complete monster. Right? So if you are short on that one, again, a big well done. That's fantastic. Now, for those that are not short, guys, we'll just let the German news come through. This is the German news. Just let it come through. Oh, don't you go that fast, NASDAQ. Just let the news come through, guys. Maybe give it probably 60 seconds. This is German news. German news, German news, German news. So this is the robot's response to the German news. Let's see what the human response is. So just let the news come through. This is probably the one we need to be most careful of. Guys, I would really love the US markets to push down through the 50 fib of the day, guys, and then give us a black diamond delta going back the other way. Little FDAX, what are you doing, guys? So we're back into 24,000, a similar price level to yesterday. Haven't seen the human response to the news yet, guys. This is all robot response. Manufacturing came as called services was native. MJ, thank you. So guys, we're just this is the robots' response to the news. Just let the robots do what they're doing. Give them maybe 90 seconds for the humans to work out what the figures actually mean. Man, if you were short on the FDAX from the top of the jar, you're having this is a big trade if you're short. Now I've been ATM, guys. I'm happy with my profit. I'm happy with my profit. That black diamond delta, guys, on NASDAQ. Again, if you trade aggressively, as you must use a 20 tick risk control point, all right? Because you're trading back into the middle of the MDI. Because if that is your trade, guys, if that is your trade, it is not the perfect trade for the beginner traders at all. We want to be a long way away from the MDI before we reverse. Based on the news, guys, we're just looking for the human response. Here comes the human now. So these deltas coming back the other way. So in context, guys, FDAX, you're looking for a buying delta. NASDAQ, if you do trade aggressively, you've gone long on the delta once they sold down on the news. It's gone way beyond its 20 tick first target and risk control point. Some of you may be long for 20s and 50s. If Europe decides to buy, a 50 tick target guys, on NASDAQ is very, very easily achieved. FDAX has just closed its gap. Right, so what we can do is we can start getting rid of Fibonacci. Again, guys, I'm looking for a buying delta on FDAX. I need the humans to make a decision about what they think about the German news. That one can go. Our Fibonacci is now going to look like this. Okay, that one can now go as well. If I've got anybody long, guys, on the NASDAQ, if anybody is long on the NASDAQ on that delta, it's 20, 30, 40. It's already gone 20s and 50s to the high side. So if that was your trade, guys, if that was your trade, well done. If you waited for the sell down to the 88.6 and went then long over the top of the 76s, that's also gone relatively well. Okay, now again, German news. Oh, that long range target is just a lay down misère now. You have got to be kidding. Ah, dearie me. So do not go long, guys. Do not go long on the NASDAQ, please. FDAX. Again, I believe this is a really, really awesome 965, guys. Really awesome long range target. If you happen to still be short from the top of the jar, huge trade. I can't send you long, guys, until the freight train in Europe stops. They're clearly not happy with the German news. Okay, clearly not happy with the German news. So at this stage for the European traders, guys, we're going to look for pivot reversals. Again, the alternative to the pivot reversal, this static bar reversal over here is incredible. So if we were to sell down below 960, if we were to sell below that point, so we'd literally sell down, tag the 80.6. You can go long, guys, at 6.2. As that arrow is bent, let me just do this one. So you're looking for a long, guys, at 62. If we do close back over the gap, guys, which it looks like what we're doing at the moment, we're looking for the sellers to sell down inside the new candle and give us a really lovely long. Or we're looking for a black diamond delta long on FDAX. It looks like the humans are finally responding to the news. So FDAX at this point in time, okay, we've got a climactic reversal going back the other way. The best trade, guys, if we see the sellers push down, guys, underneath the gap, we can go long over the top of the gap. If we sell down and then get a black diamond delta, we're looking to go long. Okay, now NASDAQ at this stage, your candle is out of context with the rest of the market. So what we're going to do, guys, instead of trying to join the longs, this climactic candle is not a strong long candle. We're actually looking for reasons to go short. Right, the reason I say that, guys and girls, is this candle is a mustard green candle. They've used extreme volume. If the candle is not efficient, which it's not, then they're highly likely to push up to a known area and fail. FDAX, we can't take that black diamond delta long into a pivot. So what we need, guys, is we need the FDAX ideally to sell down, get well below the gap, and then we're looking for a gap-based reversal. We just have to be patient. Now, guys, the German news does throw these guys around a little bit. There's no question about that. Okay, so for the FDAX traders, if I did get a black diamond delta long over here above the gap once they sold down and failed at these 76s, then I would be all over it. We've got one here right into a pivot, which is a real shame because I think the pivot is probably going to win, but we're not going to trade into a pivot anyway, guys. We don't do that. Okay, Cole, well done. Well done, well done, well done. Now, guys, at this point in time, the sellers own the stair step on the NASDAQ. Sellers own the stair step on the S&P 500. So just like the black diamond deltas, guys, were valid on the NASDAQ, the black diamond deltas are valid on the S&P 500. So if you guys have seen these guys push down, blow their volume, fail at Fibonacci, fail at a pivot, and you grab the buying momentum going back the other way, guys, you're in a pretty good spot. At this stage, I think the American markets are probably going to keep going up, guys, but I don't have a valid buy signal for you yet. All right, so we're just going to wait for these guys to come to us, guys. We don't want to literally just push the button because we think the market's going somewhere. We want to wait for a valid signal that really floats our boat, guys, and then we're going to have a crack at it. Just be aware, guys, these deltas on NASDAQ are not valid because the leading candle is not a strong candle. If this was a strong candle, we would be going long. All right, it's not a strong candle. It's actually a sign that the buyers completely blew themselves up. So if anything, we are getting ready to short the American markets, not go long. All right, FDAX, we're getting ready to long, provided they close, guys, over the top of the pre-bottom, right? So if we close over the top of the pre-bottom, guys, we then get a retrace and a rejection. We're looking for the long. We've got to be aware, guys, that at this stage, really quickly, you've got a Fibonacci running from there to there. So we would need to close not only over the pre-bottom, guys and girls, we would need to close over the 50 fib of the micro trend. All right, let me get rid of that bigger fib. So we must close. Guys, for the FDAX traders, we must close over 0.12 in order to go long, guys, on that delta at 0.14. I wouldn't take the delta now, guys, just chill, please. We're assuming a close over a pivot. So, and that is like the fastest way to blow up your trading account. Do not do that. Do not do that. Guys, that's a really good observation. Giz, who was that? Well done, Giz. Guys, we're back at, guess what, the break point on the NASI. So we said if they try and break out and can't hold it, go short. That's ironic. Guess where that short was? Straight back inside the break point. Hello. Awesome. So if we can't go up again, guys, we're highly likely to go short everywhere. FDAX, do not assume a close over a pivot, please. Like, do not do that. Okay, that is like the fastest way to blow up your account. So we can't take these longs, guys, because we're breaking rules. It might seem very, very boring, but I think we're about to find out why we don't break rules. That red diamond delta, guys, going back the other way, again, because it's into the trend indicator, is quite an aggressive trade. Some of you just wait for the buyers to push up and fail and go short. Please, 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 guys, if you're going to trade aggressively, all right, you must have a tight risk control point. So if you have gone short on that red delta, guys, on my price, it looks like exactly 96.50, exactly 96.50. If I was short on that one personally, guys, my first target would be 20 ticks. I would cut off the risk on all my long range targets, and hopefully it's the turning point in the market, and I'd go for a massive trade. Okay, FDAX, I'm very glad we don't assume closes over pivots. Now, at this stage, NASI, if you've gone short on the delta, guys, at 96.50, you're through your first target. You've controlled your risk on your 50 tick target, and you're wanting them to move down to here, which is a 50 tick trade. Okay, so you want them to get there really fast. As you want them to be super cranky, go on, get cranky, please. Cranky, cranky, cranky. That's 48 ticks. Don't you stop at 48 ticks. That's 50 ticks. So if you trade aggressively, guys, you're waiting for the sellers to fail, joining the buyers, waiting for the buyers to fail, joining the sellers. Do I have anyone that's short on the NASDAQ after what I've just said? Is anybody short? If you are short, well done. Very tight risk control point. Like Keith Hancock, well done, mate. Long range targets, please. Long range targets. Well, isn't it beautiful, mate, when the market goes back to exactly where we said it would and then fails? Isn't it? Well, it's good fun, Giz. It's good fun. I've just missed the FDAX trade, guys, being a bit of a smart ass. If they sell down to the gap, guys, we want to go long over the top of the gap. That trade is already gone. I've missed a little trade here, guys. I'm sorry for the FDAX traders. I've missed a trade. I should have told you if the sellers sell down and push towards the gap, I'm happy for you to go long up to 4 points over the top of the gap, as we want to push it back through the pre-bottom. And ideally, man, I'm not going to give you a long range target because, again, these guys are not going to go to a long range target with the pre-bottom in the way. The long range target's right up the top of the screen. Again, if we wanted to go long on the gap now, guys, because it's come down, tagged the gap and gone already, I would need them to come down. I want them to push well beyond the gap, turn around and come back the other way. All right, so well beyond the gap. We're going to watch our volume on FDAX. They seem to have vanished on us. Your Fibonacci looks like that. So guys, in a perfect world, we're going to get a sell down around maybe the 61.8. Just please make a lower low. Come down here. Like tag the 61.8, the 161.8 extension, then go boom back through the other way. Come on, off you guys go, please. Off you go. KPI done for the night. Well done, mate. So you got 11, 21, 31, 15-minute candle NQ, continuation short. Jizz. Mate, what they've done on the 15-minute chart is they set up a static bar reversal short. They've gone back up, reloaded the static bar reversal short, and now they're coming through. So yeah, so they've reloaded the 15-minute chart SBR. Yeah, so that's what they're ultimately doing. Okay. FTAX, just watch the last 90 seconds. Let's just watch the last 90 seconds. Yeah, it's an SBR reload on the 15-minute chart. So if they're really serious, if they're really serious about that trade, right, they're going to run for the experienced traders. They're going to run to a minimum of 159, a minimum of 159. All right, they're going to go down here. Okay, minimum. Senior traders will be looking for 133 extension down there at 211.42. Is anyone short on NASDAQ, guys, for long range targets after they bought back through to that super strong 4-hour break point, couldn't break again? Is anyone short? Because if you are short, Andy Tweedale, well done. Guys, try and hold the short, please. Try and hold the short. As in try and hold for longer range targets. Guys, it's a lot easier, guys, a lot easier to do that with a 20-tick first target, 50-tick second target, 100-tick third target. And if you can't do that on the NASDAQ, guys, do it on the micro. Like literally do it on 6 contracts on the micro, 2 on each target. Still make a crap load of money out of the NASDAQ. Just do it on the MNQ, as you do really, really, really well. Be careful of the other reverse. Yeah, we're not reversing off the 50, guys. So we're not reversing off the 50 of the 50 on the NASDAQ. Right, so we would need dual market agreement. So have a look what we've got again, guys. We've got a static bar reversal short on the S&P, static bar reversal short on the NASDAQ. We've got dual selling deltas, guys, on both US markets simultaneously. I would be very, very careful about going long on the NASDAQ, most particularly if the FDAX closes under its gap, which it's 6 seconds away from doing. So we were looking for the lower low and the push down. That's right. So now for the FDAX traders, we cannot go long. As we cannot go long, we can only go short. Okay, we can only go short. Okay, so please don't get smoked into a long on the FDAX, please, guys. We can only go short. You've got an efficient CORPC bar, guys. It's got an 8 times rating on it, which is very strong. If these buyers were to push up here, guys, and get absolutely slammed, there's an entry short at 975 with a 5 tick first target and risk control point. But you guys have got to watch this. These buyers are going to push in here and get absolutely annihilated. Like holy moly annihilated. Why? You guys are in the last 15 minutes to just watch that, please. All right, now, S&P 500, guys, we cannot go long on the NASDAQ because the S&P 500 is under a pivot. All right, so we cannot go long on NASDAQ. So for those that did pick up the Delta short, guys, it looks like you've gone around about, looks like you've gone 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. That's not fair. So you've gone, guys, 20s, 50s, and around 90. So if you are short, please make sure you've locked in a large amount of profit. Doesn't make sense, guys, to not do that. And for those that want to know, guys, where does the 20, 50, 100 come from? Right, at the moment, if you just look at the volatility over here on the left-hand side, guys, with a volatility of 80, it is such a walk in the park to get 20. Cut that figure in half to get a really, really good second target. So call it 50. And guys, if you then say, well, you know what, I'm going to try and in this case here, guys, we'd be going for 20s, 40s, and 80s. If we went for 20, 40, 80, we would have got paid on all of our targets. FTX traders, guys, if those buyers just got slammed, like literally slammed, there is a valid short at 975. Your first target is 970. Please be aware you're in the last 15 minutes. All right. So a lot of the FTX traders will not take a trade in the last 15 minutes. For those that are not aware, that increases the success rate on the FTX by 70%. Right. So if you're a numbers person, that's why we don't trade the last 15 minutes on the FTX. Success rate change, guys, on NASDAQ. Guys, your performance on the NASDAQ will improve by 32% if you don't trade the last 15 minutes. So anything like a 10% improvement, guys, I'm excited. 32%, I was going to say something, but I won't because there's ladies present. I'm very excited. A 70% increase in performance, I don't think there's a word for that other than holy moly. That's holy moly. So again, guys, stats. And holy moly, do we have a lot of stats? Do we have a lot of stats? Do we have a lot of stats on what we do? And again, look, it's all mathematics. It's all very, very straightforward mathematics. All right, so there's no surprises. There's no surprises. That's all maths. All right, so FTX at this point in time, even if you were to break the rules, if you wanted to go short at 975, the orders haven't been picked up. The reason being is we're right into the evil twins there. So again, as if we wanted to trade and we wanted to break the rules, we're looking for a gap-based reversal long. I'd suggest we're better off waiting for the turn of the hour, guys, and looking for a longer range target. All right, let me do some circles here on NASDAQ, guys, because I do have to do a video today for YouTube. So again, the first trade we were most excited about, the first trade is the Delta short. All right, so V2 Delta short, guys, algorithm was written in 2010, early 2010, guys, for the Delta V2. So some of you have gone short, guys, under that one there. Okay, well done. Some of you waited for the candle to close and then took that one there, which is, again, a ratio-based static bar reversal. We did that in coaching last night. Speaking of that, guys, got some really good feedback on coaching last night regarding ratio-based trading. All right, so if you're with Samurai already, guys, please jump into coaching. Got some really, really positive feedback on coaching from last night on how to trade ratios properly and how to read the market properly. Now, FTX, guys, the indicators say the FTX is going to have absolutely no trouble pushing down. We are not going to take a trade on the FTX at this point in time. So we might miss a winning trade, sure, but we're not going to break our rules. We're not going to break our rules. We are looking for a turn of the hour trade, guys, at this stage on NASDAQ and S&P. Ideally, it's going to be a long, guys. It's going to be a long off the 50 of the day. It'll be a long off the 50 of the day, but we need them to be very impressive. 27 times 2. Well done, mate. Absolutely fantastic. Mr. Craig sending me his trading results. That's a good result, mate. Is that S&P or NASDAQ? Mate, that looks like NASDAQ. 20 short DAX reversal V2 running the second. Well done, mate. Craig, well done. That's fantastic, mate. Well done. Well done, well done, well done. Okay, good. Good. So for those that are not aware, guys, our goal on the NASDAQ, I want to get every trader in the room over $100 per day. The reason being is the live trading room costs less than $100 a month. That's if you want to know where the KPI comes from. I like people to be able to pay for their LTR subscription on their day one of, okay, I paid for my subscription. Now it becomes fun. Guys, the reason I raise that is if you are over your daily goal or you're happy with your performance so far, then be happy with it. Guys, you've literally stayed patient and disciplined long enough to make money, which is a massive credit to you. There is absolutely no doubt. And we're just waiting for the turn of the hour. Now, some of you grabbed lower low, you grabbed that delta going long. Let's fancy that. We had both US markets fail at exactly the same point. And then some of you picked up that delta short. Now, the reason I mention that, guys, the reason I mention that is quite often I get asked the question, Lockie, how do you trade really, really well on the European Open? Guys, the answer is dual market agreement. So you had both US markets trying to sell down and fail at the pre-top. Okay, as a result, that's why we got that delta long or that delta long after the sellers basically failed, and then turned around and went back the other way. That's why that basically occurred. Lee, my absolute pleasure. You've had a good day, Lee, which is fantastic. How did you go trading wise, Lee? Did you find something that drew your attention? Let me just have a look here. Let me have a look here. Right, this is the one, guys. This is the comment which I need everyone to focus on, please. Dual market signals will win the day again. So we've picked up dual market shorts, dual market longs. It went nowhere near this stop. Went straight through the short range, middle, and long range profit targets. So that is how you want to pull. That is how you want to pull this European market apart. There's no doubt about that at all. And likewise, guys, FDAX climactic opening candle, static bar reversal short, guys, on the FESX, static bar reversal short on the FDAX, and guess what? Boom, 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 boom. Just incredible to watch. Incredible to watch. Shelton, it has to. Right, so not only has the FDAX just gone through its long range target, it's basically come back down here, picked up that incredible signal just here, and it's turned around and climbing back the other way. That's okay, guys. We're doing okay on FDAX today. We've picked up a couple of good little trades. It has been a little bit sketchy today because of the news. It was a lot more fun yesterday. It was a lot more fun yesterday, but again, the news does rock, particularly German news, guys, does rock the market around. DAX at extensions, FESX 50 fibs. Andy, spot on the mark, mate. Well done. Absolutely spot on the mark. So, guys, we'll just let the hour turn come through. What I would suggest we're going to do, again, for both American markets, I would love to get a sell down. S&P 500, right? You're targeting this tiny little static bar reversal down here. So you need a little bit more of a sell down, but you're going to do that inside the new hour, please. Inside the new hour. Man, there's a lot of NASDAQ traders that would look at this and just walk away. This is horrible. This is horrible. All right. We need to sell down, guys. We need to sell down inside the new hour. We need lower lows on both American markets, and we're going to try and pick up either 50 fib reversals long, as I would prefer they come a little bit deeper, guys, a little bit deeper, and then we pick up these SPRs. What I will do is I'll get rid of my fibs. This looks a lot like a short, Steve. We could be setting up 60-minute shorts here. And if so, we're going to have to be very, very careful of the turn of the hour. I think a little bit of work to do. S&P is right on the cusp of triggering a 60-minute short. -4 rated short. Okay. So this turn of the hour trade, guys, has got to be really convincing. Really convincing. 5 a.m., 5 a.m. Okay, let's have a look. So again, guys, if you're over your daily goal, I'm over my lower KPI. So everybody knows my lower KPI is 250 US, my middle KPI is 500 US, my top KPI is 1,000 US. If I didn't get ATM'd on my short trade, guys, I'd be way over my long range KPI. I got ATM'd. I don't mind. That's what it's there for. The market ran yesterday, which was exciting. Today it didn't. I'm happy with where I'm at this point in time. Okay, so we've what I'm most happy about, guys. 3 minutes until we turn. What I'm most happy about is we have followed our plan perfectly today. If we broke our rules on FDAX, we would have been stopped out. As it turns out, no one's been stopped out because we've followed our rules, right? Which is really important. Really, really, really important. There's nothing worse than breaking your rules and then getting a punch in the face by losing money. And then you ask the question, why did I break my rules? I mean, has anyone ever out there in the game of trading broken their rules and then paid a speeding fine for doing it? Maybe I'm the only one in the world that's done that. But guys, as a result, I don't break my rules anymore. It just doesn't pay. It just doesn't pay. Looks by the quiet chat, it looks like I am the only person who have done that. Terry, you might have done that once or twice. That's all right, mate. That's all right. Mate, you're in a very special club. Come. Said by a boxer, Cole. Said by a boxer. So yeah, all right, good. So guys, look, what we're looking for, turn of the hour. At this stage, 3 scenarios, guys, 3 scenarios for the FDAX. Again, scenario number 1, guys, would be inside the new hour. So inside the new hour, we sell down well below this daily static bar reversal point. So well below that, turn around and then come back through, picking up this static bar reversal there. Scenario 1, scenario 2. We close over the gap. We're looking for a gap-based reversal. In the new hour, they then sell down in the new hour, fail at Fibonacci, and then pick up our buy orders. Those probably around about the 9.2, not probably, exactly 992, but don't put that order on now. They've got to sell down inside the new hour. Guys, third scenario will be they close over and it's a static bar reversal long. Once again, we wait for the sellers to show inside the new hour before then buying the market. Right? Please do not enter now. It looks like we're getting the call right, but again, we're 90 seconds from the hour turn. For the Nasdaq traders at this stage, okay, for the Nasdaq traders, guys, at this stage, 1, 2, sellers own the stair step. So ideally, guys, we're looking for the buyers to steal the stair step. Now, for the buyers to steal the stair step, guys, we need to come above this point, okay, for a proper theft of the step. All right, now we would ideally want that on both US markets. We could get 4-point turning bar. No, mathematically, man, they're going to have to do some work here. But mathematically, we could end up with 4-point turning bars. No, the S&P's blown its volume. So we don't have matching agreement. Right? So we don't have matching signals on the US markets. Carlene, it's amazing the number of times you break the rules and you go, why the hell did I do that? All right, now for the Nasdaq traders, because the sellers own the stair step, if we sell down inside the new hour, we may be able to pick up that static bar reversal long or that black diamond delta. Now, to get that, we must sell well beyond these entry points. Don't you take off without us, please. So again, guys, what I need is ideally, I need the sellers to sell down, fail badly, then I want that delta long. The problem with the delta long is the 50 fib of the micro trend is just here. Okay, so if you are going to go long on the delta, As once again, the moment it gets anywhere near 20 ticks worth of profit, you must cut your risk off, right? You must cut your risk off. For those that don't want a trade with a caveat on it, like you must do this, you must do that, we're basically going to wait for the team that's going to take control of this hour to show themselves, and then we're going to trade. So at this stage, FTX, basically every scenario I went through has just been scrubbed because we didn't close over the gap. So FTX, we're now looking for the sell down to pick up that static bar reversal. Okay. NASDAQers, if you've gone long on the delta, after the retrace and the rejection, you've gone through your 20 tick target. If you've gone long, you want to try and hold that for 20s and 50s, but because of this 50 fib, please make sure you've got no risk on your 50 tick target, right? So there's our 20 tick box. It's literally gone sell, buy, picked up the delta, pop the 20 tick target. Guys, if you are long, guys, please go for a step break style target, which is up here. So again, if you want to be a little bit careful, guys, if you are going to go long, there's nothing wrong with going long. Just be advised. This delta here, after they sold down and bought back, is good fun. That is a backup delta only. If you're on the backup delta, guys, you've gone way beyond your 20 tick target, please. Cut your risk on the long range, guys. Cut your risk on the long range, please. If we go any higher on NASDAQ, guys, I'm not kidding, any higher than that, which we're going to do, we are going to be looking for shorts, right? So if you are long on the FTX, NASDAQ, if you're long on the NASDAQ on either delta, the buyers just stole the stair step. Guys, literally just stole the stair step. What we now need is, oh, look at this rejection. Okay, so what does it mean, guys? Again, the earlier delta might have been too fast for you. This delta might have been okay for you. All right, so what we've got is the buyers have just tried to steal the stair step and been absolutely annihilated, which means some of you may have picked up the original static bar reversal short over here. If you've picked up that original short, guys, now the buyers have stolen the stair step. Same deal again, guys. You short 20 tick first target, scrub your risk, can't lose any money. If they turn off that point again, guys, this is going to collapse on us. Okay, that's right. If you missed it, guys, it's okay if you missed it. That was fast, guys. That was fast. If you missed it, it's okay. We'll just wait for the next trade. We get a ton of trades. I said, yeah, wait for the static trade. Perfect. So that little bar needs to be flat across the screen. Guys, that one needs to be flat. Now, these buyers have blown their volume, guys. We've gone mustard green. So an aggressive trader will look for a delta now, as in a red diamond delta short. As red diamond delta short. A less aggressive trader will wait for the candle to close and then look for a trade. FTX, I've got nothing for you at this stage. All right, nothing for you. I do need these guys to agree with each other. So what I need for a really lovely long, unless, of course, have we gone low enough for this delta? No, we haven't. Okay. So what I need, guys, for the FTX to pick up a long, guys, if we climb back over the top of the gap here on the FTX, right, if we climb back over the gap and then we stay over the gap, you guys are looking for a gap-based reversal long. It'd be really exciting if the FESX also pops over its gap as well. All right, so let's keep a really close eye on that. Okay, no selling deltas, guys, on the NASDAQ. So the instos are not ready to sell yet. Okay, that's okay. What we're looking for, therefore, is a static style entry. Is this going to be efficient? No, it's not. So, guys, there'll be two entries up here. If the buyers do push up above these 76 fibs, guys, then again, there'll be a number of entries. Oh, that's even better. If the buyers push up, guys, on the NASDAQ and fail, you're looking for that red diamond delta over there on the left-hand side. The entry point is 214. So I want the buyers to push up. I want them to push up a number of times. Guys, then we're shorting at 214 with a 16 tick risk control point, please. 1-6 risk control point, not 20s. It'll be a 16 ticker. So if you are short, guys, we need to push through that black line really fast. All right, so we're on the black line. Cut your risk off now, guys. If you're short on this this red delta over here on the left-hand side underneath the 76s, guys, again, 20 tick box comes up. All right, there's our delta. If you're short on that one, it's gone through the 20 tick target. Please control your risk. Bloody FDAX. Please control your risk on NASDAQ, guys. This might not be the turning point in the market. So if you did wait for the buyers to push up and you grab the delta on the left-hand side, it's already gone through its first target and risk control point. So don't take the trade again, guys, until we get a brand new higher high, brand new buyer failure, and then we're going to hit them again. Well done, Terry. Nice work, mate. Well done. That's brilliant, mate. You've done very, very well. I'm done. Well, yes, mate, running away. Well done. FDAX, we're looking for a 4-point turning bar. We're looking for a close over the gap. We need FESX over the gap as well. And we don't want the volume on FDAX to drop. Got ATM. That's all right, mate. That's all right. That's okay, guys. Look, again, the ATM is designed to protect you. If you're sick of getting ATMs made at like touch 16 pay 3 or 4, Cole, you could use like touch 16 pay 12. So you're walking away with like literally 10 ticks on every single trade. That does add up really quickly if you start to get frustrated. Now, do I have anyone, guys, that is short on NASDAQ trying to hold for longer range targets? Is anyone short on NASI holding, of course, Daniel? Dale, hello. Is that Daniel? I think it might be Daniel. Daniel, if that is Daniel, not normal Daniel, yes, Daniel, perfect, mate. What you've got, Daniel, and again, this is a pet project of mine, loss of efficiency by the buyers on the S&P, loss of efficiency, guys, of the buyers on the NASDAQ. So you can short either one of those markets, guys, on the older signals. All right, now have a look at what they've just come. Look at what they've just done. The buyers have cruised back up. They've picked up these older static bar reversals and the accompanying deltas and just gone, you know what, we're done. Thank you. Yeah, Kite Surfer Daniel. Hi, mate. How are you? So if you are short, guys, if you are short on the NASDAQ, again, I see 76 fib failure, absolutely textbook. Okay, absolutely brilliant. If you are short, guys, we're looking for the counter 50 fib, which looks like that. There is the counter 50 fib there. So if we push down into that 3 times and don't break it, guys, make sure you lock in a large amount of profit. Daniel, 51. That's a really awesome trade, mate. Well done. Well done, well done, well done, well done. Well done. Now, again, guys, if we can't push through that 50 of the micro trend, which that's the NASDAQ is famous for failing at. So if I was short, guys, off the delta at the top, if I was personally short, I'd be out with my 20 tick target, my 50 tick target. I'd be on the way to 100 tick target, and I had my stop at least plus 40, at least plus 40. So if this is not the turning point in the market, I've made a 20, a 50, and a 40. Guys, now if I've got a daily KPI of 20 and I've made 20, 50, 40, I'm slightly over my daily KPI, and I've used a triple target ATM, very tight risk control, and I've killed it. I've killed it again. It's just literally come back and do it over and over and over again. Very boring. FDAX, I'm very glad we obey rules. At this point in time, FDAX, your volume is just okay. Right? Your volume is just okay. Again, if the FESX closes under its gap, guys, we can't go long on the DAX. We can only go short. Likewise, if it closes over, we can only go long. We can't go short. What's your volume like? Volume's just okay. So if we get a big efficient candle here, guys, if we get a big efficient candle in 7 seconds, they're going to have to do a lot of work. There will be a short trade setting up here on FDAX. Okay, there will be a short trade, guys, setting up on FDAX. It's going to be quite an efficient candle. So the only way you can trade the FDAX, guys, if the buyers show on the new candle and then we go short, guys, your entry, if you are a short trader on FDAX, is 69, 69 short. First target is 64. Now, that's only if you're a short trader on FTX. Through your first target, guys, super efficient candle. It's a 4 rated candle. So, guys, really, really, really strong. If you're on the FTX short, guys, your first target, you're in at 69. First target, 64. Second target is 59. No risk on the long range target, please. So if you just go short for 5s and 10s, guys, your volatility is under 20. So 5s and 10s. As if you've gone short on FTX, again, 5-point target paid, a risk controlled, can't lose any money, straight through your 10-point target, well done. And you guys are potentially the experienced traders. You might try and hold that. Junior traders, it's a 4 times candle, guys. It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. Probably one of the strongest sell candles we've had all day, except for the 8 rated. Holy moly. 8 rated candle. And 4's fun, 8's hilarious. Did we didn't. No, I told everybody if that retraces and rejects, you're allowed to go short. No, we did talk about that. Okay, good. All right. So at this stage, guys, that candle there, that candle on FTX, absolute laydown was there. You've got a 2-phase buying retracement back towards the trend indicator. They got dumped under the gap. I'm very glad we're not long again, guys. So if we broke our rules on FTX, we would now be stopped out for a second time. Does not make sense to break rules. All right, so if you guys are now short, on FTX, you probably want to try and trade the FTX all the way down to yesterday's low. All the way down to yesterday's low. We cannot go long, guys, on this static bar reversal because the FESX does not agree with us. So try and hold that if you can. Yeah, Sheldon, the buyers, sorry, the sellers are too strong on the FESX. Absolutely, way too strong. Way too strong. So that's why we look at these guys now. FESX, a great lesson, mate. 3 rated candle on the FESX, 4 rated candle on the FTX. Man, you could push sell anywhere on the FTX and it smashed your targets. Now, why is that? We've got dual market agreement. FTX says, holy moly, go short. FESX says, go short. 3 rated candle, 4 rated candle. Put your order on and just let it cut through. And just bloody amazing. If we now get a climactic candle, so Shelton, your next question, if we were now to get an extreme volume candle on both the FESX and the FDAX, and we were to get pushed right back up off these Fibonacci's, then we would be looking for that SBR. So at the moment, we need the FDAX traders and the FESX traders to agree with each other. They don't. So we're about to get another sell short, guys, another sell short on FDAX with the antenna pushing down to yesterday's low. So we're about to get, Sheldon, it's really good fun. We're about to get 2 efficient CORPC bars with step and trend. It's very, very early in a long range extension as well. So these guys are highly likely to want to go for yesterday's low. If we get efficient CORPC bars in 1 minute and 9 seconds. And guys, that original short we picked up on FDAX up here, that original short was amazing. Look at this. There's our short and look at the damage it's done. I wish I was still short myself. I wish I was short myself. But I let my ATM do the work for me. I let my ATM do the work. I'm not going to go and just push the button for the sake of it. Again, because moderating, there's enough going on. Oh, hello. Static bar reversal short on daily chart. Guess what that means? Guys, we basically, all we've got here, this is just the retracement before the institutions jumped in and sold to trigger the daily short and run the FDAX to the downside. Right. So again, well, Suzanne, it's really good when you read the market and it does what you expect it to do. There's no doubt about that. Now, FDAX, you are going to get an efficient short here. Let me just, the indicators have got to confirm. FESX must confirm the same. 1 second. No, we don't have an efficient short, guys, on FDAX. We don't have an efficient short on FESX. So our original short, guys, absolutely beautiful trade, has gone through its short range and medium range targets. Well done. We don't have a scale in entry here, guys. No way to go short again on the on the European markets simply because the sellers used too much volume and didn't gain enough territory. Okay, now again, if I had, so hence the question about this static bar reversal. If these sellers were even worse in their failure, as even worse, I'd send everybody long on that static bar reversal at 960. All right, now is everyone else thinking about that around the world? Well, again, if we were long at 960, guys, first target's 965, second target is 970. So they've already gone through the first and second target going back the other way. All right, now, if this was slightly smaller candle with a slightly greater amount of loss of control by the sellers, we would be long. I was going back the other way. Okay, now, they're probably going to make me look like a turkey here, but we don't quite have the loss of efficiency we were looking for, guys. This candle's kind of like right in the middle of the decision process. That short, though, incredible. And look at the result. As the entire world went, yep, we agree with you, Lockie. Thanks very much. And off it went. So well done. Well done, well done, well done. Now, where are we at? Goes back to the NASDAQ. We need to add a circle. I need to add a circle on the NASDAQ. So some of you have traded long, guys. It's gone really well. Some of you then traded short. It's gone really well. What we've got to be a little bit careful of, guys. So 15 minutes into the second hour. It looks like the NASDAQ looks like they're closing inside the range of this dominant candle, right? Literally inside the range of the dominant candle. So again, guys, let's go for dual market agreement. So we want both markets to agree. At the moment, the sellers own the stair step on the S&P and the buyers own the stair step on the NASDAQ, right? So that means we have the two American markets now actually disagree with each other. All right, so let's tread carefully. Oh, look at the FDAX. Come on, sweetheart. That is not fair, but that's okay. That's okay. We have rules for a reason. We've picked up a number of really good winning trades. We've also avoided 2 losing trades on FDAX, which is really important psychologically. As you start taking losing trades, start breaking rules, very hard to destroy, very easy to destroy a really positive psychology around trading. Now, at this stage, guys, sellers own the stair step on S&P, buyers own it on the NASDAQ. So we basically need both of these US markets to agree with each other. Yes, I am annoyed about the FDAX. Come on, Dax. We spoke about that signal 2 hours ago. Come on. Oh, this could end up being a really, really lovely trade. That's okay. That's right. If we get a 4-point turning bar here, guys, on FDAX, it's a valid trade. Okay, so we've got 90 seconds to go. The algorithm will tell us whether there's a signal there or not. We could get a 4-point turning bar on both European markets simultaneously. Oh, wow. All right. So wait for these guys to agree with each other. So NASDAQ, they don't agree with each other at the moment. Right, so let's just wait. If you're over your daily goal, guys, please don't take another trade. I know it's very tempting, but that practice of not taking another trade, guys, you'll still be here in 12 months' time, earning 4 or 5 times as much as what you are now, guys, if you stop at your daily goal. Guys, and I do strongly believe you need 3 daily goals. Guys, so I've got 3. Again, just a hint, 250, 500, and 1,000 US. Right, so the moment you hit over 250, you're like, boom, I'm heading in the right direction. The moment you get over 500 US, you're like, you know what, I'm killing it. If you pick up an early trade, guys, and go over 1,000 US dollars, you say, you know what, I'm done for the day. I'll come back tomorrow and do the same. 1,000 US dollars is a lot of money, for 90 minutes at the desk. Unless, of course, you're a neurosurgeon or a brain surgeon or a otorhinolaryngologist or any of those guys or girls, guys, then maybe 1,000 US dollars for 90 minutes is not a lot of money, but they have been in university for 15 years, right? You guys haven't, of course, unless you are a brain surgeon. So what have we got? Okay, done. Andy, sorry, I might have turned you off, mate. But again, if you're over your daily goal, well done. Yes, Emra, how are you? Spot on the mark, mate. Spot on the mark. Okay, for the FDAX traders, if we get a sell down, guys, well below the gap, we're looking at a gap-based reversal. I need them to sell well below, as well below. Risk is going to be 5, 10, 15, 20. The risk is way too much now I look at it. So we're not going long, guys, on the FDAX. I say that if we get a retracement, no trades on the American markets, guys, we don't have agreement yet. For the FDAX traders, if we got a retrace, there's the magic 38. If we got a retrace down well below the 38 fib and then they got smashed at the 50, the buyers smash the sellers. We're looking at a gap-based reversal long. If these guys run, that's not very friendly, FDAX. If these guys run, I can't give you a new entry. Andy, over your daily goal, mate. Then run. Run away. Hey guys, if you're not in the live trading room, we do this every single day. This is what we do every single day. Cody ran the live trading room, guys, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday this week. He did an incredible job. So shout out to Cody. He did a great job. Yeah, guys, the tip I'd love everybody to take away from today, if there was a tip, is if you want to trade the European Open really well, get in a live trading room that actually knows what they're doing. And if you need a hand, guys, look for dual market agreement. I mean, some trading schools would look at this today and go, this is complete junk. This is ridiculous. And yet the S&P 500 traders have picked up multiple winning trades. Yeah, mate, we're here every single day, mate, every single day, Monday through Friday. And we do this every day. This is all we do, mate. All we do. This is all I've done since 2009. Very, very boring, right? Very boring. Okay, for the NASDAQ traders, the only trade we can get, guys, is a red diamond delta. So red diamond delta short. Again, it would have to come really early in the candle. Come on, sellers, please. The reason I want the red diamond is we're straight back into, this is the super strong 4-hour point we've been talking about all day. We're now well above that. Okay, so we need some institutional selling. That's the red diamond delta. We need the instos to agree with us. Now I'm looking for a brand new one, guys. I want brand new agreement. And at the moment, we don't have that agreement. Okay. Oh, who was that? Shelton 512. Well done, mate. Okay, so as that was actually the only trade on offer, and I've missed it for the FTX traders. So my apologies. Buyers own the stair step. If we push up fail here, you can go short under the pre-market box. So I've missed that trade. Guys, I've missed that trade. Yeah, so Emra, we run this trading room every day for Samurai Day Trading out of Singapore. And on a Thursday, we come and run the LTR for TTP. And I'm currently developing a really cool little education course for TTP as well. The reason being is if you can combine a really good trading school with a really good funding partner, life becomes really quite good fun quite quickly. Right? So again, I think the future of funding partners is to make sure they're partnered with a really good trading school. Because you can fund people, but if they don't actually know what they're doing, mate, they blow themselves up. Whereas if you've got funding partners that do a really good job and then educators that actually know what they're doing, the traders have got more chance of getting funded and staying funded. That's why we trade together every day instead of trading by ourselves. Because you trade by yourself, you second guess what you're doing and you blow yourself up. So it's actually cheaper. Emra, it's cheaper to be in a great trading room than it is to try and do it by yourself. I'm just over KPI, so I won't see just under KPI. What I meant? No, I'm under. I'm under my medium KPI. I'm not going to take another trade. I'm very happy with the amount of money I've earned. Very happy. And guys, we've got obviously more trading sessions tonight as well. So if these guys wake up, it actually could be quite good fun. Okay, could be quite good fun. So guys, so we're literally 5 minutes until the end of the session. We did not get the red diamond delta short, guys. We didn't get the red diamond delta short we wanted on NASDAQ. If the buyers do push up a little bit, guys, and fail quickly, so if the buyers were to push up and fail quickly, I do have a static bar reversal short. I'd need to check, guys, I'd need to check where the 50 fib of the micro trend is. That's getting dangerously close, that one, guys. So again, Emra, interesting point. The 50 fib of the micro trend is normally what catches a lot of people out. So guys, look, the only way we can go short on the NASDAQ again is if we were to buy up underneath these 76s. So literally buy up here, fail, and go short under here. We need both markets to agree with us, and we might not have that agreement. So just wait. No, we don't. Okay, so the S&P is only at the 61.8, guys. So at this stage, as we're not going to, the only trade we can go on, guys, is a red diamond delta short. We need the institutional orders coming in. We don't have that at this point in time. S&P, you guys are cooked for the day. I think you're done. FDAX, the only thing I can give you, Emra, you'll be fine. The only thing I can give you on the FDAX, guys, if we do get the buyers pushing through and failing, there is going to be another pre-bottom reversal short. Your volume is too low, FDAX. Sorry, guys. You guys are parked for the day. Now, there's nothing wrong with the signal, guys. It's highly likely to go to profit. But the moment these guys drop under 300 and well under 300, we tend to shy away and say, you know what, we're done for the day. We've made really good money. Guys, we'll come back tomorrow and we'll do it again. That would be the goal. Now, guys, I'm going to whack my camera back on again. I believe that Arlen, the big boss, is about to come back. Guys, about to come back and say g'day to everybody. Lost current, even the two winning trades. Shelton took a loss, but yeah, well done, mate. Okay, good. So at the end of the day, I'll go and put together our YouTube video for today. I would suggest our trade of the day, guys. Our trade of the day would be when we got the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ to reverse off the pre-top simultaneously. That's a really, actually, you know what? Our trade of the day is actually the opening candle. All right, wait for these guys to blow off all their volume, fail at a Fibonacci, grab the delta, and hold it for as long as you can. That's probably a better trade of the day, that one. I would suggest. S&P, exactly the same. Climactic opening candle, wait for them to run out of steam, wait for the buyers to push through, and then grab a selling delta or the actual static candle. That's gone really well for the S&P traders. And FDAX, you guys were all about wait for the opening candle to fail. Cody's extension, guys, up there was brilliant. I also had a 133 extension up there at the time. That went quite well. And then we basically just tumbled. Guys, we just tumbled. So we did say the Europeans were likely to buy first, then sell, and the selling was incredible. So again, I think we navigated that as carefully as we could. So it looks like, guys, we've walked away with the rule for me, guys. The big one for me on FDAX today is, again, we had the opportunity to break our rules twice. If we did, we would have been stopped out twice. So the moral of the story, guys, is don't break your rules. But today it looks like the session has actually run at a very high success rate. So again, if the rules are working, there's no point breaking them. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Guys, while we wait, any questions at all? We've done okay today. We've done okay. Suzanne, I think we've done well today, guys. Craig's traded well in the background. Akito, I can't see the number, but it's very green. So Akito's traded well. I've traded well. We're going to come back tomorrow, do the same thing again, guys. So Lockie's on tomorrow. Cody's going to be traveling tomorrow. So guys, any questions at all from anyone, anywhere in the world? Any questions from anywhere in the world? Cole has made a profit, but he's been ATM'd a number of times. We might try, mate. We might try and we might play with your ATM a little bit, mate. Ideally, what we've got to do, mate, we've got to loosen it. So we've got to say, righto, at touch 16, my stop comes into minus 16. Something along those lines, or even minus 8. So you've got a little bit at risk on the trade, but you know that if the market goes in your favor, you're just going to go through target after target after target. Well, mate, again, it's the 80% rule, mate. Once it's gone 80% of the way to your profit target, lock in a chunk of money. If it runs in your favor, brilliant. If it doesn't, you still get paid. That's the idea. That's the idea. So guys and girls, any questions at all from anywhere in the world? Any questions at all? Guys, look, any day for me where you follow your rules, you get paid, you do what you're told, you learn something, as any day for me in the game of trading that results in a positive trading platform because you've followed your rules, guys, that's a massive bonus. It's a massive bonus. There'll be a lot of people today who broke their rules and just got torn apart. Perfect, guys. I've just been told the samurai hats are due in Wednesday. So for those of you who like samurai hats, we might be about to, all our merchandise might be ready to go. That is awesome. So any final questions? Arlen might be stuck, guys. She might be stuck doing something. So any final questions at all from anybody? I think we've done well today. We've followed the plan. We've done the rules. We've done everything. We've done everything we need to. So guys, I think we're ready to rock and roll. So guys, let me just have a quick look. Now I do believe Arlen's actually got to turn it off, guys. I can't turn this webinar off. So I need Arlen. The last thing I want to do is turn off somebody else's webinar. So guys, I'm going to just chill for a moment. I'm watching for the market. Again, we got a higher high over there on the NASDAQ. So the higher high is what we would need if we needed to fuel, guys, a final sort of short for the day. It's all about the higher high into the Fibonacci's. Again, if you are short, guys, it's very, very quickly approaching its risk control point already, which is exciting. And again, sorry, my wife is smiling at me, guys. So I want to know why. What is your profit for the day? Right, 600, guys, $600 for a keto today. So that means that she's beaten me today. That's quite embarrassing. But I was, with all respect, I was also trying to run a live trading room at the same time, which is not an easy game. But $600, that's over almost 1,000 Aussie. That's a solid 90 minutes. NQ short 710. Why so tight of risk control? Alan, great question. So 710. Mate, the reason we wanted to go tight risk control at 10 past, the reason being is we had the S&P 500 was already selling down into the middle of the trend indicator just here. So if the S&P is doing that and the NASDAQ doesn't agree, it'll normally go 16 or 17 ticks in our favor, then recoil. Now, if it goes 16 or 17 ticks and then recoils once or twice and they don't then run, it's going to turn around, fill the order, and then obviously bolt to the downside. Yeah. So again, mate, when we're trading the S&P in context with the NASDAQ, you've got to be really careful of the trend indicator, because again, if these guys get stuck in the trend indicator, the last thing I want is multiple winning trades on the NASDAQ, and then we kind of take an iffy trade and get stopped out. As it turns out, it's gone quite well. Now, Arlen, we were talking about you before, very complimentary. I said you're the big boss. He's the big boss. But we've done okay today. NASDAQ looks like 5 or 6 wins, S&P 2 to 3 wins, FDAX we only got 3, but they were all winners, and we avoided 2 losses on the FDAX, so we've done quite well. That's me.
I'm very happy to hear that, guys. Good job. What do you think about the markets today, Lachlan? Are we expecting any more interesting movements happening?
I'm expecting cryptos to go even higher. We did talk about that a couple of weeks ago. So I think cryptos are going to keep running. And I do think these guys, both these indexes, are going to sell down aggressively. No one's going to agree with the sell down. And then we're going to probably tomorrow be significantly higher than where we are now.
Guys,
and I think cryptos will just keep...
Every time before we start the session, I'm asking Lachlan, so what about the crypto?
We've actually gone okay with cryptos. It's going really, really well. My top crypto, guys, I'm currently up 1,200% on my entry point. just for entertainment's sake, which is not a bad return for a couple of weeks at the desk, right? So
Not bad, not bad at all. So, Lachlan, thank you so much for another very cool, insightful session.
Perfect.
Guys, everyone watching us, whether on socials or here on Zoom, FYI, we have a few cool ninja videos coming up, courtesy of this guy right here, Mr. Lucky.
Yeah.
So please do keep an eye out for that, and we'll keep you posted for any cool new updates. But for now, just thank you, and I'll see you again on the Trading Pit live training room on Thursday. But for the rest of the live trading room traders, you're going to see each other tomorrow.
Absolutely. Thank you, Alan, and thank you, TTP. Thank you, everybody globally. It was a good session. We'll see you next week.
See ya.
Bye-bye.